Hey guys, Stuart from Nomads.staff. Today, I want to talk to you about snowboard technology. Specifically, the different styles of camber systems you find in snowboarding. Traditionally, snowboarding has three styles of camber system. We have rocker, camber, and a dual camber system. Now, there are some particular situations where snowboards get off of these three main styles, especially when some brands are trying to get creative with their designs. But traditionally, if you know about these three styles of snowboard, you'll know what sort of camber system you're looking for. If we talk about a straight cambered snowboard, on this snowboard, you'll notice it's more of a frowny face, okay? What that's gonna do is that means it's a pretty aggressive board. It's not gonna float as well in the powder, but it'll give you really good edge control at high speeds. Camber is a very traditional camber style, which is why when we talk about snowboards, the camber system comes from the original cambers that snowboards had when the sport first started. It gives you really great control, and it comes off the same science that skis use. Camber really helps with edge control, speed, quick turns, very responsive to your body movements. This is the sort of edge system you want if you're charging down the hill, ripping through the trees really quick, and you need to have that control. But it's a little less forgiving in powder because of that shape. When you put your weight on it, it'll help pull your edges down, which forces your friction points into the snow for control, but it'll help sink you in powder. That is one of the downfalls of camber. If we look at the complete opposite, we start looking at something called rocker. So if you can see the edge profile there, rocker is very much lifted. It's like a smiley face. What rocker does is they've looked at the camber system and they go, you know what, you dive in powder when you're riding a camber board. What if we flip it, and then now when you put your weight on your back foot, it lifts your front end, and so it helps you surf in powder. So rocker is a lot better when it comes to powder boards, and it's a lot more forgiving when you're learning. So we usually call it a less aggressive camber system. Most butter boards, if you love that butter feel, are rocker. And most powder boards feature some sort of an edge lifting technology or a nose lifting technology like you find in the rocker boards. The benefit of rocker, they're more forgiving when you're learning. They have that more buttery feel. You're less likely to catch an edge, and it helps float you in the powder. The downfalls is they're less responsive at higher speeds. So if you're starting to charge the mountain and you're becoming a really aggressive rider, you might not want to look at a rocker camber board. If we take both of those camber systems, so we have camber, aggressive, really gives you good edge control, helps you at high speeds, rocker, floats you in powder, forgiving, buttery ride, and we slam them together, we get what we call dual camber. Now, almost every brand has some sort of different variation of dual camber, whether it's the Burton V2 camber system, the Libtech C2 camber system. A lot of different brands have their own version, but essentially it's all the same idea. What it is that the boards traditionally over the entire board length profile have more of a rocker look. So over the entire board, they feature a very camber profile from tip to tail, but right between the feet, they do a little bit of rocker. And what that does is it means that when you add weight on this side of the board, because of that rocker acting like a spring, it's still lifting your nose. And then vice versa, if you put your weight on your front foot, it still lifts your tail, which adds the benefits of rocker to a cambered board. So C2 cambered boards for Libtech C2 cambered boards feature what they call their all-mountain ride system. Because of the weight distribution of the board, it'll still float you in powder just by leaning back slightly. It still lifts those edges when you need to, but because of the overall the overall camber design, you can take these boards and ride them aggressively. So dual camber system boards can ride aggressive, will hold up during high speeds, will give you the control you need to rip through those trees or charge down a mountain, but will be very forgiving in the powder. When you put your weight, you shift your weight back, it'll pop the nose and you can start to surf, which adds this beautiful benefit of both the camber and the rocker camber systems in one board. That's dual camber. It's your one board to charge the mountain kind of design. No matter what you can throw at it, it'll handle. They're great in the park. They hold up well in the bowls and in the backcountry, and they'll give you that aggressive ride down those groomers. So those are our 3 different camber systems that you find traditionally in most snowboards. And the one that you choose is strictly just based off of what you think is best for you, based off of the riding you want to do. If you guys have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you guys pick the best board for you. You can reach us at shopnomads.com. See you there.